The guidelines set out in FDA 21 CFR Part 11 are designed to ensure that only authorized individuals may use the system, identifying the true identity of the individuals accessing the system and associating all changes in the system to a particular individual. To be compliant with these guidelines, eLab identifies individuals and tracks access in the system through user accounts and grants or denies access using user accounts and user memberships. In this tutorial, we will use the user wizard to create a user account for an individual to allow him or her to access eLab. To open the user wizard, click on the user button in the home page. Click Create a new user. Note, you can also copy, modify, and remove existing users with this wizard, as well as changing another user's password, assuming you have the appropriate permissions. Enter the primary group the new user will belong to. This is the group used when logging on to eLab. In most cases, this will be the group that refers to the organization the user belongs to. Enter a unique username for the user and enter his or her name details. Note, if you wish to disable a user's account, you can modify his or her account using this wizard and change the status drop-down list value on this screen. To change other account details, such as adding the user to multiple groups, click on the Show Advanced options. In this case, we will add the user to the sequencing group. This will mean any work list items assigned to the sequencing group will also appear in this user's work list. Enter the user's password. You can enter a password hint if desired, as long as it is not similar to any other user information recorded in the system. To modify how often passwords expire, how many invalid logon attempts are permitted, the password complexity requirements, as well as other settings, click on the Show Advanced Options button. Note, however, that some of these options are not permitted if your database settings are set to full FDA 21 CFR Part 11 compliance. For example, if we try to allow the user to save his or her logon information locally, we will be denied because Parts 11.10d and 11.100a don't allow this. We must enter the user's affiliation details for each group the user belongs to again. This is because of FDA 21 CFR Part 11 guidelines. Note, there are two default roles defined for the group that was created when the eLab database was installed. Roles grant and deny permission to modules, tables, and data roles in the system. It is possible to create your own roles using the role wizard. However, in most cases, these two roles will be sufficient. Users that have the administrative role have full access to the system. Users that have the standard role have full access to the system minus the administrative modules and read-write permissions to associated tables. For example, these users cannot create new users or change another user's password. Before creating a user, check the details are correct. Another requirement to be FDA 21 CFR Part 11 compliant is to inform the FDA of all users that use an electronic system to manage their data. To this end, a report is generated here that can be printed and sent to the FDA. This is the end of this tutorial.